So may panibago na naman tayong mid-range device na lumabas last month, July, and ngayon lang siya, of course, naging available this August. And this is distributed by our very own Digital Walker. Hey guys, it's your Tagal Mary and welcome back to my channel. Alam nyo, inaantay ko talaga tong smartphone na to. Ito again yung Oneplus Nord 2 dahil yung Oneplus Nord na nababas last year talagang maganda and I'm very impressed doon sa smartphone na yon. Unahin muna natin yung official pricing. Of course, ang Oneplus Nord 2 ay available at mabibili natin sa Digital Walker. Sa pagkakaalam ko, yung kanilang pre-order period ay nagsimula noong July 23 and meron tayong dalawang variants na pwedeng mabili sa kanila. OnePlus Nord 2 na available in 8GB of RAM with 128GB of internal storage in Blue Haze retails for 21,990 pesos, and then for the higher variant, we have the 12GB RAM na may 256GB of internal storage in gray na available for 25,990 pesos. So, yes guys, yung hawak ko ngayon na smartphone ay yung variant na 8GB of RAM. Bakit ako natuwa na na-release itong OnePlus Nord 2 here in the Philippines? Kasi guys, yung official OnePlus, hindi po magbebenta ng OnePlus Nord 2 in the US. So, I'm guessing that's the reason why hindi nag-upload si Marquez ng kanyang video or even other US-based content creators. So, kung kayo ay Pilipino na nanonood sa akin ngayon guys at kayo ay nasa US, hindi nyo po siya mabibili doon unless we have some, of course, resellers. But sa official OnePlus po ay wala. Again, wala rin naman tayong official OnePlus dito, but we have an authorized distributor which is again the Digital Walker. Actually guys, clean name ni OnePlus na itong bago nila nga na smartphone, which is the OnePlus Nord, is a phone that is everything that you could ask for. Meaning guys, lahat ng hinahanap nyo sa isang smartphone ay nasa kanya na. It's a very bold claim guys, so malalaman natin sa video natin ngayon if totoo ba. Sa box niya, actually, parehas na parehas doon sa kanyang OnePlus Nord na nauna. May mga Nord tayo dito. Malalaman nyo lang na Nord 2 yung box nyo. Doon sa gilid nakalagay yung OnePlus Nord 2 5G. So, let's start with the design. Yung design ng OnePlus Nord 2 guys, hindi naman siya nalalayo doon sa kanyang naunang OnePlus Nord. I would say they do excel guys when it comes to the design language. Yun nga lang, medyo repetitive sila when it comes to design. But maybe, kilala kasi guys ang OnePlus na naniniwala for the if it ain't broke, don't fix it mantra. Pero in fairness guys, yung pagka-blue haze nitong OnePlus Nord 2, napakaganda naman talaga at very calming sa mata na parang may pagka-sky blue, baby blue, powder blue yung kanyang klase ng blue. Lahat ng klase ng blue guys, sinabi ko talaga. But yeah, anyway, may glossy finish siya. But again, it's the kind of gloss guys na pag dinikitan ng mga daliri guys, hindi siya nagsistay and malinis pa rin naman siyang tignan. But anyway, if ayaw nyo ng ganito na naked ang inyong smartphone, it comes with a jelly case inside the box. I love the feel of the OnePlus Nord 2 guys. It stands at 6.4 inches and weighs at 189 grams, which is the same guys pa rin doon sa naunang OnePlus Nord. The rear camera also looks good guys. May dalawa siyang malaking camera and may maliit. And of course, an LED flash, which is again not very common naman sa mga mid-range devices natin. At ang kinagusto ko dito guys, hindi masyadong intrusive yung ating camera bump. So yes, when placed on a table guys, it doesn't wobble that much. Meron din tayong microphone sa ibabaw. Of course, the famous triple slider. May power button din tayo. Below, meron tayong SIM tray, USB Type-C port, another microphone, and speaker grill. Sa kaliwa naman, nandito yung kanyang volume rockers. Sabi ni OnePlus, nasa kanya daw lahat ng hahanapin mo sa isang smartphone, but wala po siyang headphone jack and of course, an expandable storage option. Well, it is a higher mid-range device, so we should already expect this. So, I'm kinda torn. Hindi ko alam kung gusto ko or ayaw ko. Kasi, as a tech reviewer, of course, wala nang problema sa akin yung headphone jack dahil we do need to move forward with technology. But, syempre guys, I'm pretty sure 50 or 40% of my viewers hahanapan pa rin ito ng headphone jack. Okay lang sana to guys lalo na kung may earphones na may USB Type-C or dongle tayo sa box. Kaso, either of those two, wala tayo. So yes, I do think this is a downside. The rear of the device is protected by a Corning Gorilla Glass 5. And yup, yung kanyang camera module, naalala ko na guys, inspired nga talaga siya ng Hasselblad na camera setup from the OnePlus 9. Overall, gusto ko siya guys. I love the feel of holding the phone, hindi siya comparable to the Samsung Galaxy A72 na medyo nasa same price segment niya. Ito yung Samsung Galaxy A72 in purple. And yeah, yung OnePlus Nord guys na 2, it feels a little more expensive and alam mo na parang may hawak ka na flagship phone kahit na hindi. But anyway, nakikita nyo ba yan guys? Ang gaganda ng mga kulay ng mga mid-range devices natin na lumabas ngayon. Now, doon naman tayo sa kanyang display. Again, ang OnePlus Nord 2, meron siyang 6.43 inches of 1080 by 2400 resolution na merong AMOLED display and a 90Hz refresh rate. That means, guys, yung image natin will be smoother than some other phones around this price. But of course, it won't be the same, guys, sa display na makikita natin sa OnePlus 9 Pro, ha? To some people, it might be a little bit frustrating kasi nga, 90Hz lang ang meron tayo dito at hindi 120Hz. But honestly, again guys, medyo hindi ko naman din nare-recognize ng masyado. Partita to guys ha, ang dami ko nang na-review ng phones pero mahirap pa rin ma-distinguish ang pinagkaiba ng 90 sa 120Hz. Okay na to guys, at least AMOLED ang kanyang display which is I really did enjoy. Kaysa naman IPS tas 120Hz refresh rate. Slim naman ang kanyang bezels at very even siya guys sa ibabaw, left and right, but yung kanyang pinaka-chin, medyo may kakapalan lang siya ng konti. But when you start using the device kasi guys, hindi mo na siya talaga mapapansin and maganda naman ang kanyang viewing angles as expected from a OnePlus device. Mapa mid-range device pa yan. Ang OnePlus Nord 2 guys, it also supports HDR playback and additional supports HD streaming on applications katulad ng Netflix and Amazon Prime. Meron din itong tinatawag na Smart Ambient Display na mag-a-adapt yung kanyang brightness based both on how bright your surroundings are and kung gaano din ka-bright yung ating content na ginagawa. Now, let's talk about naman yung cameras ng OnePlus Nord 2. Unahin ko to guys kasi ito na rin yung isa sa pinakamaganda na meron itong smartphone na to na pwede natin i-consider talaga guys na pang flagship. Meron siyang 50 megapixels na Sony IMX766 na primary sensor na may aperture of f1.8 and optical image stabilization. Ito yung same sensor guys na makikita natin sa OnePlus 9 Pro na ultra-wide camera. Meron din itong 8 megapixels na ultra-wide and 2 megapixels na mono lens. And for taking selfies, 32 megapixels naman guys yung ating front camera. Which some of you might think guys na parang downgrade yan Mary kasi isang punch hole na lang ang meron tayo kaysa doon sa dual punch hole na meron tayo sa original na OnePlus Nord. Actually guys, okay na sa akin ito kasi less intrusive siya sa display. Pangalawa, mas better yung sensor na ginamit dito ni OnePlus which is the Sony IMX615 sensor. Ito yung mga sample shots natin taken by the OnePlus Nord 2. I would say maganda ang daylight performance ng OnePlus Nord 2. Mas nag-improve din yung ating low light scenarios, especially yung kanyang night mode feature. And guys, it takes I think of 5 seconds to capture yung ating mga night photos. And capable rin naman guys to capture yung OnePlus Nord 2 ng 2 times and 5 times digital. Although hindi gaanong ka-decent yung close-up photos natin dito dahil wala rin naman tayong dedicated na telephoto lens. So yes, wag tayo mag-expect ng masyado sa mga zoom images. Now, for the 32 megapixels front camera na may Sony IMX615 na sensor, again, this is the biggest camera sensor sa front camera on any OnePlus device. This includes guys yung kanilang mga flagship phones as well ha. And yes, satisfied naman ako sa mga selfies na meron ako with the OnePlus Nord 2 and I would say yes, it stays true to its name naman guys na medyo flagship level yung ating mga front-facing camera images. Now, for the video quality, yung rear camera natin guys ay capable to shoot hanggang 4K at 30 FPS. Medyo nalungkot lang ako na yung front camera natin ay hanggang 1080p lang despite having a higher megapixel this time. Okay pa rin naman ang quality ng front camera, yun nga lang talaga, mas better sana ito if capable ng 4K. Ngayon, pag-usapan natin yung kanyang specs and performance. Actually guys, for the first time ever, OnePlus did not use a Snapdragon processor. Actually, first time yata to ever sa company ng OnePlus. Instead, OnePlus is now using a MediaTek Dimensity 1200 AI chipset which is uninclusive to the brand. So yes guys, yung MediaTek na 1200 ay dito lang natin makikita sa OnePlus Nord 2 at wala nang iba. So I'm guessing guys, mas better etong chipset na ito na meron tayo compared to the MediaTek Dimensity 1100 that we found on the Poco X3 GT. Yes, and also 5G ready rin itong MediaTek na ginamit kay OnePlus Nord 2. In terms of day-to-day performance, ang Nord 2 guys, it is indeed a smooth operator. Wala naman ako na-face na issues with the performance kahit na anong apps. Although I would say kahit na MediaTek Dimensity na yung ginamit sa kanya, hindi pa rin naiwasan na medyo nag-overheat ng smartphone when it comes to playing Genshin Impact at 60 FPS. Hindi naman siya magpa-perform guys kasing bilis ng mga top-end smartphones na meron tayo ngayon, but I would say it is suitable naman for every task that you'll likely want your smartphone to do. Now, let's talk about the software. Medyo hindi natin ito masyadong nagpag-uusapan sa mga reviews natin, but then again, since may news tayo with OnePlus, overall yung brand ng OnePlus guys, ito yung nangyari. Sabi ng OnePlus guys sa isang forum nila, I think sa website yata nila to, they are working in combining or integrating Oppo's Color OS to the Oxygen OS of OnePlus. Pero according to them, it is a change na hindi naman daw natin masyadong mananotice. Actually no guys, hindi yun yung case. Medyo may konting changes nga naman dito sa OnePlus Nord 2 na merong Oxygen OS 11.3. May mga a few changes but again, it's not a bad thing. It still is one of the best skin para sa akin. Sabi nila itong merge daw na ito guys, magkakaroon ng mas mabilis na update which is what OnePlus quite need kasi guys medyo mabagal yung update ni OnePlus when it comes to their software. But when it comes to naman majority guys ng interface niya, fonts, animations, and first party apps, halos same pa rin from the previous version. However, yung pinaka main camera application niya guys is very similar to Oppo's. Now, what about the battery life? There is 4,500 mAh inside the OnePlus Nord 2 and capable of 65 watt na fast charging speed which is an upgrade from its predecessor na naunang OnePlus Nord. Claim ni OnePlus guys na in just 30 minutes, you can already recharge your OnePlus Nord 2 and medyo malapit naman from our test. 33 minutes yung kinalabasan sa amin. Hindi naman nalalayo guys, so okay pa rin. Although, there is no wireless charging sa OnePlus Nord 2, which might be a disappointment to some of you guys, pero kasi, this isn't really a common feature sa price segment niya. Kung maghahanap ka ng 23,000 na smartphone, wag ka talaga mag-expect na may wireless charging capability siya. So yeah, sa nakikita ko ngayon sa phone na to guys, wala akong nakikita masyado na cons sa kanya. Of course, the lack of expandable storage and headphone jack. This depends na lang kung kailangan nyo talaga ito sa isang smartphone. And yep, kung nasa US ka nga guys, hindi siya available. Overall, I do think it is a great phone and medyo mas nagustuhan ko talaga siya if we were to compare it on other mid-range device priced at this point, katulad na lang ng Samsung Galaxy A72. This is unless if gusto nyo ng isang Snapdragon chipset compared to MediaTek. Anyway, that's it again. It's your Tagal Mary and see you on our next video. Bye guys!